I have no clue what I'm working on today. Yeah, so I'll run the script because why not? And I guess I'll figure out what I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just make stuff up. I'll just figure it out. All right, so I have PyCharm open. Um, because maybe I'll code stuff today. I don't know. Oh yeah, I usually don't do things off stream, but I ran the script earlier just to test if it was working because GitHub was having issues. Um, I wanted to make sure I didn't mess anything up, and I realized I'd crashed. There's previously I'd mentioned there's only two data sources, and that's true. But there was like one other way in which we interpreted names from the data source, which is like I don't know, IRC with its like the way it tells you about who's in the game. Sometimes they tell you about it in a different manner, and so I have this other line that I'd forgotten to translate real names through or translate those names through the real name whatever thing, and so I added that in. It was literally that I added in that. So there you go. Now I've officially done it on stream as well. Um, so, so I was drafting a few new. Oh, wait, I did one other change. I realized that the mirror universe, I'd used the word fight when I meant fight as in like struggle, but I wanted to make it more clear. So yeah, so it used to say you struggle on fighting back as many monsters as you can, but it actually says holding back as many monsters as you can. Yes, subtle changes. So that was my morning. No, my morning was actually fraught with some technical issues with GitHub, which I make me oh gosh. That's been the theme of the week, I guess. Is oh gosh. um, Speaking of which, oh yeah, right. So I might want to make more quests. Actually, here I'll pull up the backlog so that I can actually start like formulating these ideas in my mind. Um, Wow, I actually called all those things done. Wow, that's bold. So I might want to do more events. I should probably do caching karma levels. I won't say that 100%. So revisiting experience as potential, I I might want to do that, but that's like one of those things that like well, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it at some point. Um, it's definitely not urgent. Oh, I kind of wanted to make more badges. Uh, just for fun. I just like badges. Why not? Why not give away badges? Badges are fun. People like badges, or they don't. And I guess that'd be an interesting thing to find out. Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking of making like I don't know. If I can figure out whether people like badges, I might want to add more in. Because why not? They're not that difficult to fabricate. Uh, so what else though? More events. Caching karma levels possibly. Um, oh yeah, I might want to. Hey Jacko, welcome. How's it going? I might want to add in. Shoot, it keeps like flitting in and out of my mind. Oh yeah, the stars. Yesterday, I was gonna do stars, trusty stars, and and then I didn't. But I might do them in a different way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Instead of because there's a what is bulk? Oh, bulk. I just need a lot of them. Like that's just a reminder to myself to not just add one or two more events, not just like not spend an hour writing like two events, but just spend like 5 minutes like just like slapping out events, like just getting more events, more events, more events. Because right now there's not even enough events to avoid duplication in a single stream, let alone like over the course of a week or a month or a year, right? So we just need more events and bulk in bulk is how we need them. So like yesterday, I spent like like 20 minutes and I added like five new events. Like that's what I need to be doing. Like if I let myself, I get really hung up on like the phrasing and like the very like the yeah okay. Um, So, oh yeah. So I might just change the way that trustee starring works. So I might bring it back. So the thing is, we don't know what the limit is on starring. So yeah, I honestly don't know what to do exactly with that, but um, I'm thinking I'm thinking instead of literally starring every single tweet that comes through synchronously, we might like cache them. We might like cache the IDs just temporarily, and then at intervals we'll pick one. Um, it'd be really helpful to know what that limit is so that we can actually like plan out, you know, roughly how much we want to do that. But I honestly don't know the realism of that. So, oh, yeah, I'd like to think Trusty is growing from this experience. Um, Actually, one thing I've been thinking a lot about lately, now that like a lot of other things are like starting to come into place, I kind of want to like a long time ago, I used to talk about a branching event system so that trustees random events are a little better woven together, right? They're not just like whoa, you're in a cave and then you're on a pirate ship and then I don't know. Like I don't mind that because I like what it implies that like you found a pirate ship in a cave. Like I actually it amuses me. And what is a game but for amusement and personal growth. All right. Um, yeah. So one of the nice things about Trusty Stars is that I think if I set it up the way that I was describing, like to just like you know not hit literally every one, not even try to hit literally every one, but just hit random ones like at intervals. I think I think that should actually. But I mean, so the funny thing about it is until the volume of tweets coming in exceeds a certain threshold, it actually will be hitting literally everyone basically. Because like if it checks frequently, like if they're coming in infrequently and it checks intermittently, like yeah, all right. Oh, just the worst thing about it is that like in order to schedule the stars, like we should know like what is the limit, and we can't know what is the limit apparently because Twitter won't tell us. Uh, which sorry, it's just anyway. Sorry. That's like the biggest of the week, I would say. In a week with a lot of errors. Okay. Uh, um, all right. Let's. So how would maybe I'll start with that one actually, because I was really excited about it yesterday, and it basically ruined my day when I realized I couldn't do what I wanted to, or you know, not even that I couldn't do what I wanted to, but I couldn't do anything sensible. Like all I wanted was like, hey, let's do something sensible, and Twitter was like, no. All right. um, Facebook is I can't do Facebook anymore. I used to be on Facebook. I used to spend significant amounts of time on Facebook. But the crazy thing is if you spend time on Twitter and then you go back and look at Facebook, it's literally unbearable. It's advertisements. All it is advertisements. Like I literally can't tolerate it. Plus, uh, like there have been studies that literally, if you spend time on Facebook, your life is literally worse for it. I mean, I'm summarizing the study a little bit, but Facebook literally makes you an unhappy person. So maybe that's the answer when people ask why do I laugh so much. Maybe the answer is because I don't go on. Yeah. Uh, so that's why that. um, no, but if you haven't tried Twitter and you like Facebook, you're probably gonna like Twitter actually a lot more. Fun fact. Um, there are advertisements, but it doesn't like give you fake information. It only gives you like legit information. So That's neat. Like it marks its advertisement. So when you see an advertisement, yeah. All right. Anyways, uh, uh, all right. Good man. Or actually, sorry. Uh, all right. So this star. All right. I want to know as much as I can about like how Twitter handles this, but I assume like the more questions I ask will only result in more questions. So I should probably just no, I should just instrument this separately. And yes. Um no, I got to check those estimates because there was something that said something about like 600 stars per 15 minutes or something like that. I mean, it's all anecdotal, but like Twitter favorite create rate limit. There's someone who was saying that like it's like I don't know. Wait, no, that's oh yeah, this is the get rate limit thing that doesn't actually help. No, where's that anecdotal whatever? Supposedly there isn't one. Blah blah. Yes, right. What a helpful answer. Uh oh, current Twitter limits. Yeah, well, it's nice that they do actually let you know what is the tweet limit, but do the same thing with favorites, maybe, please, please, please. No. MySpace. Yeah, MySpace is where it's at. Um, uh, why do you not just say? Would it be really so hard to put in an extra line right here describing follows? Ooh. All right, so this person says it's around 1,000 per day. That's I don't know. That's a number. Uh, no, I don't like how the system will scale with usage patterns. Because like if it starts out that like everyone gets starred and it nah. Ugh. So if anything, no, I don't like this. Change around again. Cool. I should just do events or like great. Just thinking about it again. I have the sting from yesterday. So I should do caching karma levels. Oh gosh. When did development on this title stop being like, hey, let's add cool new features and let's like and instead it's like, hey, let's accommodate like the awfulness of the like the outside data sources that we have available. Um uh okay. Cache karma levels. Actually, sorry, I'm just gonna switch over to Facecam for a second because there's like just the outside chance that like the people at Twitch alerts have actually responded to me. It's not. It didn't happen. Like, I don't know why I'm even bothering to check because it so didn't happen. It'd just be really helpful if it had happened. No, of course it didn't happen. Why would I? Why would I even think to check? Uh, all right, great, top notch, stellar. Uh, so why is there an extra space here? Hey, look, we're fixing things. Look at that. Look how great that is. Uh, so caching karma levels. Yeah, I don't expect anything better to happen anytime soon, so we might as well start on this. Because it is something I would like to do. Because right now I have like a hacky, like, the workaround is like really, really sad. So, yeah, so basically, whereas presently the title is currently using these data files, generated. Oh, I'm not actually running Twitch alerts. I should run Twitch alerts. Uh, so that, I don't know, just in case the files change. So stream data. Yeah, we have these data files that, like, for example, there's the all-time top donators, for example. It doesn't use names. Like it like these names that it uses change every time the same person submits a different, like every time they use a different name, this name changes. So what I'm going to do, instead of literally just using this file, I'm going to interpret this file and piece it back together in a correct, like in the appropriate manner in another file. And yeah, so every time this updates, we'll process the new data and maybe update the other file, or maybe not update the other file. Like, it really depends on like what results we get. So first thing first, let's make this new data. So for starters, what should I do? For starters, I might just want to copy those other data files over wholesale and like edit them, because like I don't, since that data already exists, like I don't need a way to actually like generate that data, like in the first place. It'd be nice if I had a system that, well, no, yeah, maybe I will set the system up so that it can handle that. Because actually, with the session donators thing, like that list actually will refresh on a regular basis. So, I should have the system set up so that it can, produce this data from scratch. All right, so I will make the files just so I don't have to check if the files exist, because the files should always exist. Oh yeah. All right, so interesting. All right, so I'll put it in the game data folder that we have now. So new. Yeah, no, all right, hold on. I'm gonna use the same naming convention. So, oh wait, am I gonna use literally the same naming conventions? Or yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I probably will use the same naming conventions, but actually, what I think I won't do is to use the same formatting. So it's 30-day top donators, or no, yeah, 30-day top donators, all-time top donators, and session top donators. And then session, no, I don't need to keep track of the other one. The other one is fine. All right, so copy this. Projects, journey, game data. I might make a folder for it. Karma. Paste this. All right, so let's just rinse these out for starters, because the system should be able to regenerate these files, and so to test that it will be working at some point, we'll want these files to start out empty. Save that. Okay. And then what? So yeah, so where do we actually process this? This is in the get stream data section, which I've gone too far already. Or have I? Oh no, maybe it's after the linking unlinking thing. Where do I process stream data? No, this is way too far. Where's stream data? Oh, load stream data. There it is. All right. So. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Huh. I was thinking. No, session donators won't be, like, session donators, the raw data file, like not the ordered version, but like just the regular version, is not going to be helpful in this context, because this is the one file that doesn't aggregate. Oh wait, yeah, actually. No, wait, maybe this is the key. session donators, because this will give us session donators because like this data file is set up very differently. Session donators just lists out. Oh well, it's just going to list a single data point. But like this one doesn't like aggregate and doesn't like smoosh the like names together. I think it keeps the individual. I think it keeps like each name, like literally each name that came through. I'm just gonna check that real quick. I hope this doesn't show any sensitive information. I'm just gonna look in GitHub at the previous versions of this file because this file is in version control, so I can actually look back. And so what would it be? It would be where, like go bigger, or whatever. I don't care. It would be 4 days ago. Maybe. No, whatever. I'll just look this far back. So yeah, one of the files that was edited here should be doop stream data session top donators. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So for example, or no, sorry, not session top donators, session donators. Or session donators. There we are. All right. Yeah. So Capxylin and Capazylin. Right. So right now, because Capazylin, that contribution came in after Capxylin came in, it counts it as it thinks of this person as Capazylin. But because we had their real name at one point, we'll be able to hopefully retain their real name. Hopefully, we'll see how this goes. Like even when the system is like complete, it's probably still not going to be perfect. It's probably still just going to be like, I don't know. Yeah, it'll just be better because unfortunately, due to what we're working with, it can't be perfect. It just has to be good enough. Excuse me. All right, I can close that probably. Actually, no, I probably should have kept that around for reference, but whatever. Okay. So we load in session donators. We check if session donators has changed. The only time we actually have to process anything else is if session donators has changed, because it's impossible for session donators. It's virtually impossible for session donators to have stayed the same if anything else has changed. It's like so statistically unlikely that you can basically call it impossible. Not literally, but okay. So so SD data. So how do we want to go about this? Essentially, we're going to keep the list. We're going to keep a kind of like we do with the link dictionary. We keep like a translation list. So like if the Twitch alerts data says this name, then what it really means is this other name. And so in order to keep track of that, we'll need to keep track of the real name, the current fake name, and probably the amount too, because in order to like make these deductions, or like in order to like figure out who is who, we'll need to keep track of those amounts in order to see how the amounts changed. Oh. Yeah. Yes. So, actually, I'll probably want to keep raw data, session donators, or excuse me, like the donators data. I might want to keep like a, I don't know, man. I was just thinking I might want to keep a longer history of that. Like just literally keep that entire history, because that would be like the most conclusive way to or like, uh, maybe I'll start with that assumption and try not to keep that mandatory, but like, yeah, maybe at some point it'll become clear that like I actually don't need to keep literally all of that data. Um, for starters, though, it might not hurt to do so though. How do I? So how do I? Um, good job, Caps. um, uh, um, sorry. Uh, so how do I? Yeah. So what session donators.txt looks like whenever it gets opened is like a version of it it looks a lot like a previous version except with new stuff appended to the front and some other stuff knocked off the end. So I'm trying to think of like what's the quickest way to like parse that just to determine what's new, because we don't really like really what we need to keep track of is what are the new donations, like what donations are here now that were not here before. So I guess we could so the thing is like so the awkward thing is that like the new donations could be identical to previous donations hypothetically. Like if the same person donates $2 twice in a row, then it uh I mean like I want to chop it up into a list to indicate like the oh yeah, you know what, I should probably play with the data formatting. Right now the data Yeah, right now the data like has space. There are spaces between. Oh, there are commas between the individual things, so I can break on commas. So I split on commas and then what? I split on commas and that'll chop the individual. That'll chop it up into the individual like units, like like data pairs, I guess, and then oh man. So like the split of where like the old data starts, the new data ends has to be somewhere on one of these like commas, right? Because well, I mean like kind of around one of these commas, because like let's say these two at the front are new, and I know this isn't literally the correct data file, but like let's say the change since the last time we looked at it is like that, uh, is like adding in these two new ones, then like here at this break is like where the old data starts. Um, so yikes! I can think of ways to like check this, but they are all really intense. Like they all involve a lot of data comparison, which maybe is not so bad because we're only doing this once like every like 20 seconds or so. But it'd be nice if there was a simpler way. Maybe not though. Yeah, I guess because of the how like I mean basically the whole point of this system is like this data is confusing and we need to make sense of it. I guess we in order to make sense of it we really need to account for what are a lot of possibilities. So um, so we could take the so what if we took the so right, so like we know where the old one started, right? We know like this. So what if we like took like a chunk of like however many characters, like let's say we tried like I don't know like 50 characters or something like that, because like that should be a fairly unique, like this is not guaranteed to be a literally unique string. This substring could appear multiple times in the document, but like hypothetically if it's unique, then I mean hypothetically we're not even necessarily looking for the first set of this string, like it yikes. So basically we need to find a unique string. We need to find like some length of this string, like longer or shorter, that is unique into in the new version. So the shorter we make it, the more likely it is to be repeated in somewhere in the string, somewhere in the entire document. The longer we make it, the more likely it is to not exist at all for having the end gotten like pushed all the way off, such that yeah, it's just like I mean, hypothetically, none of this is here, but that's a very unlikely case for me personally. For some people, that's actually probably a very likely case. But again, like to tune some of the timing, we can always and like if this is a relatively efficient system, we don't have to wait 20 seconds. We can like check more frequently whether this data has changed. So yeah. Um, hey, Creative, welcome. How's it going? I think I'm working on that karma caching that I was hoping I wouldn't have to work on, but at this point, I'm pretty sure I'll probably have to work on it. um, and it's tricky. It's really tricky. Oof, it's tricky enough that like I almost just want to like it's I don't know. Considering how simple the real answer would be versus how weird this workaround is going to be, I'm really tempted to just really like grab the Twitch alerts person and like get their attention somehow. I don't know. And then there's like Lauren was here yesterday, and Lauren's apparently working on like another Lauren is himself working on a like a donations page thing because he's good with web stuff, so I don't know. I really don't know what to do today, so if you have requests, I don't know. Maybe you know what I want to do today. Oh, I do know one thing I want to do today. I want to add more of those like passive whatevers. Yeah, maybe I should just do that for now. For starters, at least. I should work on more events. Well, it's the only thing I've said I'm going to do so far today. All right. What is it? It's the journey growth 2. Actually, I'm going to move this file too. I'm going to put this in game data. Yeah, so instead of that, let's say game data / just growth. We don't have to call it growth 2 anymore. Oh, that's the other thing. I might change how they're written too, because right now they're written like in a really weird way. In a way that's unnecessarily awkward, so I'm going to make them hopefully a little less awkward. Or I should also spell check them, because the first thing I noticed was a typo. So, actually, I'll leave this as growth 2 for now, and then I'll start working on, because it's called growth 2, because originally there was growth 1, and I changed the format, but I'm going to change the format back, so, yeah. Game data. Alright, I'll save this for now. Yeah, I want to convert it back because like previously I'd been doing like the singular and the plural, but I only want to do the plural. I don't want to do the singular anymore. So I'm just gonna get. Oh yeah, I should do save as journey game data. Growth .txt and then yeah, so then I'll get rid of the I'll just get rid of the singulars. Originally I had wanted to accommodate the case of singular versus plural, but honestly I don't think I've ever actually seen a singular ever occur in game. There's almost always at least 2 people who can actually I don't know if I've even ever seen it do just 2 people. I think it like almost always does like multiple people. Like 3 is like on the low end. Like I tend to see like 5-ish a lot. It also so then the other thing I noticed is that it hits the low point value ones a lot more than it hits the higher point value ones, like a lot more. So I think I need more low point value ones because We just see the low point value ones that we have. We just see them too often relative to the others. We did one time. We did catch a glimpse of some sprightly fairy folk, which was exciting. Oops, I forgot. That's all of them. Yeah. All right. So save that. Why is it doing like? Okay. Yeah, it was line breaking weird for some reason. I don't know what that was about. Okay. So. So what do I have so far? Find a lucky clover, pretty bird smiles at, learn how to tie a new type of knot, so-and-so's birthday, happy birthday, make a new friend, got better at swimming, got better, get better, got better at swimming. Oh, yeah. I use the tense is sometimes inconsistent, just, and I use that strategically based on like the nature of the action. If I don't want to imply that they're currently doing it, like gets better at swimming or get better at swimming, makes it sound like they're currently swimming when they're clearly not. I like almost never check my Twitch messages, but I can check it at some point. If you have a question, I'd be happy to answer it now. Twitter is a good way to get in contact with me. I do check my Twitch messages like once a month, so I will reply if you write to me that way too. Climbed really high in a tree, hear an epic tale of peril and glory, land a sweet backflip, match of arm wrestling, taste a spicy new dish for the first time, whittle a collection of small toys for some precocious young children, learn to cook a delicious new recipe, sip fresh water from a natural spring, stumble upon an unexplored cavern, find a strange new type of insect. Huh. It's funny, even some of the low point, welcome, Lauren. Even some of the low point value ones we don't see very often. Or like maybe I'm just not paying attention, but like I don't remember ever seeing like sip fresh water. Or maybe once. But like, yeah, there are others that we see a lot more often. Oh yeah, I should apparently be working on this in like a different text editor, because like receive, I don't think that's how you spell receive. I think it's like that way. But it's also the sort of thing that I like text editors because oh yeah. Oh yeah, connecting to, oh yeah, right, okay. Yeah, no, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, so let's look at that real quick, because I've mentioned a few times. Oh, whoops, I moved it. It used to be right here at the top of the file, but it's somewhere else instead. Where is it now? Is there anything? Oh yeah, so the first important step is import socket. You need socket because socket is how we connect to Twitch IRC. Import socket, and then the rest of it I moved down here just because of the order of errors and crashing and restarting the script and stuff. Not something you have to worry about right now. Alright, so what we do with socket, this is literally everything that we do with socket. Almost literally. There's one other thing, and I'll show that in a second. We say socket.socket, so that we have a socket, right? That's how we get our like socket. I just called mine SKT. You connect, you pass in information, and then that's literally it. If you want to find out, thank you, Dunny. Thank you, HS Dunny. Yeah. So then so this is like literally everything that you need to pass in. If you need to know like what that information is, like what information you need to pass in, if you go to Twitch. I just punch Twitch. I don't bookmark this page or anything. I just punch Twitch IRC into search results, and it should be like basically the first result or one of the first results. And then you go down here, and it tells you like what information you need, like which port and server and stuff to connect to. And then literally all I do. So I have this to-do list, which is just I don't even know why string split and the empty string on new line. I don't know why I set it up like that. It's basically like it's equivalent to just saying like I have a new list, right? And then yeah, so when I get data, this is literally the last time I ever use socket. When I get data, where is it? Oh, it's further down. My get data thread. Uh, Shoot, where is it? Get data. Yeah, my get data thread is literally it's just a loop. I have it on a separate thread because it's literally just a loop unto itself that says socket.receive, and it specifies how much data it wants to receive. So I get 2048, and I just keep appending. Yes, I just keep saying data plus equals this, and yeah, that's all the data you get. So yeah, so over here, there's a lot of like output that you see over here, but like all this like priv message stuff, like once you start looking at that data that you get in, and like seeing what it's giving you, like you get this stuff like it's like most of what you see is like this priv message stuff, because that's priv message is like anytime someone talks in Twitch chat, you see it. Like I print these out, so yeah, like this is these are like what people have been saying in Twitch chat, and yeah. So then you can parse that for however you want to use that in your game, and you get to go. Um, well, no, this is a lot of code because of me, not because there needs to be a lot of code. So you could make a game with like this doc is so long, right? Like I just put like the entire project in this one document. So yeah, that's weird, and people point out to me a lot that that's weird, but I don't know, whatever. It's how I did it, and you don't have to do it that way. In fact, when this when the first thing I did on this project was just those exact same things that I just showed you. The entire project was like shorter than this. It was like about this long. It was like was this like 20 or so lines long. It was just very small. If you go back in my stream history, you can actually even see the original version of this project. It's just like there was all it did was connect to that data and read that data. How far we've come. All right, yeah, I was just writing up some more of these. Oh yeah, I was changing the format of these growth whatevers. Actually, I'll do that. I'll do now since I'm in the code anyways. I might as well edit that real quick. So yeah, where is this? Oh, so I'll go to the part where we load in that data. So because then we need to load it in differently. If it's a different format, we need to load it in differently, and we need to use it differently. So growth list. So growth, not growth2.txt, but growth.txt. Split on new line. So yeah, line 0. Yes, growth list append line. Wait, what? For li in lines, line equals split on vertical bar. Growth list dot append line. Wait, how does that work? I thought we used to split on vertical bars for. Yeah, what did this data used to look like? I thought we used to split on vertical bars here. Yeah, we did. What are we appending? Growth list dot append line. Line. Oh, we just append the whole freaking thing on. Alright, so I guess that technically still works. Alright, so we actually don't have to load it differently. It just, line used to have 3 indexes. It used to have 0, 1, and 2, but now it's only going to have 0 and 1. So now, the place where we use growth list, now we can go there and where is that? Here it is. So if event on when we're processing growth list, yeah, we have this thing about growth list 1 versus growth list 2. Growth list index 1 versus growth list index 2. Based on the number of eligible players, yeah, the LII thing. Yeah, no, so LII now actually just equals, we can get rid of all this section. Oh, plur. Plur. Oh, yeah, we don't have to worry about plur anymore, so I won't delete it yet, because we have to go down here where we had plur. I think this is the only place we actually used it. We go down here and, yeah, it used to say adventurer or adventurers based on whether it was pluralized or not, but oh, yeah. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do instead, whoops, I'm gonna do instead, wait, what did I just do? Uh, what I'm going to do instead is, alright, now I can get rid of player, is just change it. So, oh yeah, li doesn't exist anymore, so it's just index 1. It's always index 1. Um, so we have the, what is it called? Number, or like number strings. Yeah, right now number strings is literally the words like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc., etc. And I'm just gonna cheat. Um, where's number strings? It's yeah. So right now, zero instead of zero we have many because we like if there is zero, we never actually say the word zero. Like many is just to imply anything that's higher than this list, and I just like I used to accommodate the singular case, which like had all these like grammatical implications. So instead of any of that, I'm just going to say some. If it's actually only one adventurer, it will actually instead say some adventurers, which is technically false. But also this case, like I don't know if this case has ever actually happened. So there's no point in like going way out of our way just in order to accommodate something that's not actually going to happen. Um, uh, yes, good. So is that literally all we had to do? Possibly. Uh, I'm just gonna double check. I mean, I guess the real test will be when I rerun the script and see if it crashes or not. But yeah. So number of players. The number of players is greater than 0. Yep. Because yeah. So if the number of players is literally 0, we don't even do any of this stuff. So that's why we don't worry about that case. And then so growth list, actual num players. Yeah, so we change it based on the only thing we do now is we capitalize it or don't based on whether it's the first word in the sentence, as sentences tend to be written. And oh yeah, we use many instead of the number word, and if we have too many that we don't even know the word for how many there are. And like I arbitrarily just stopped it at 10, but like I can put in like 11. Like we tend not to see one, and we tend not to see many. So, I can I stopped it at 10, but like if and when we start getting more than 10, then I can just increase that easily. Oh, something I should change that just occurred to me is name tags aren't like super great right now. The way name tags show up. Sorry, I'm just looking at OBS because that's how I can see the graphics of the game. The way name tags show up on screen, sometimes they take so agonizingly long just to show up, and other times they actually run off the edge of the screen. So there's something I was going to change about that. Yeah, I think. I mean, again, this is one of those things that like it's not actually a problem yet, but like I know I'll want to change it. I know I'll want to update this at some point. So. Yeah. Huh. Let me think about that. And while I'm thinking about that, I'll continue doing the stuff with the growth list that I was talking about earlier. All right, so we don't need to look at that. So I think we updated it correctly. Yeah, so I just want more of these. So find lucky clover, pretty bird, blah blah. Space new dish, new recipe, natural spring, stumble. Strange to do, caught a big fish, striking by, glimpse a sprightly fairy folk, steal a letter from a friend. I think I had this one on the list earlier and then decided not to do it. Oh wait, no, yeah, low points value. So wait, I'll not even do the points values yet. I'll just start with the phrases. So like fondly remember their friends and family. So some adventurers fondly remember their friends and family. I guess, I don't know, a little weird, but whatever. Like I was saying before, these don't all have to be magically 100% perfect. Um, it's more about volume, I think, will be the better factor here. So let's say so what else? So what are just like things that can happen to you when you're on the road, or like things that just will just occur? Uh, oh yeah. Excuse me. So like yeah. Uh, Finds some adventurers find a few shiny gold pieces. Oops, not number sign. Percentage sign is the random character that I decided to use to represent some adventurers. Some adventurers. Um, uh, doop doop doop. Um, uh, a golden beam of light shines down on some adventurers. Um, uh, a gust of cool breeze blows, or a gust of cool breeze, uh, yeah, blows gently at the back of some adventurers. Some adventurers necks. I don't know. That one's weird, but whatever. um, they're just supposed to be like. They're supposed to just like, I don't know, be things that you might remember as nice. I guess is like it's supposed to be very open ended and like, I don't know. You know how like when you think back to like I don't know, like a hike you took, or like a cool thing that you did, or like a day that you spent somewhere, like you just get those, you have those like fragments of like what were the things that like stand out in your minds. Like there are some of those things that like stay with you. Hypothetically it'd be those. It can be like, so like they can be like abstract or very literal, but I don't know. Anything like I mean, hypothetically it could be anything remarkable. Oh, growth. Yeah. So the reason there are two different versions of this file is that I keep the old one around until I've fully implemented the new one in case I have to roll back to the old version. So growth 2 is the old version because it was the new version once upon a time, and I had an even older version. Um, Actually, the original version was actually more like this, and then growth 2 was when I added in. Well, with growth 2, I added in the singular versus plural split, but then I also added in the points values. So I mean, hypothetically, this is the third version, but I just went back to the original name because I don't have that original file around anymore. Because I will eventually get rid of growth 2 as well. I just it's just here while I'm like in this like in between sort of phase. Um, uh, 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 um, uh, do, 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 do. So, some adventures, or some adventures, kindly, uh, kindly what? Kindly assist a fellow traveler in need and and win a kiss on the cheek. Um, some adventurers kindly assist a fellow traveler in need and win a kiss on the cheek. Just one. They have to split it. No, that's the most awkward thing about writing these is is that it's like I don't like writing things. I don't actually even know like the right way per se. Like I'm sure like I should ask my sister because she's really good with language. Like I'm sure someone better with language would know like exactly how you're supposed to indicate that multiple people each all did the same one thing. Like the correspondence of like individual things each to one person, like a one-to-one correlation across multiple. I don't know. I would just do it very awkwardly. Um, uh, 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 some adventures come up with a funny limerick on the spot. Make up a funny limerick on the spot. Or just make up a funny limerick. Uh, we already know how to tie knots. For some reason that popped into my head again. Tying knot is just what an adventurer does in like my worldview. When I think of adventurers, I'm like, they're probably out there tying a lot of knots. Make up a funny limerick. I can't do things that too strongly imply the time of day. So I can't say have a good night's sleep. I can say feel very so some adventurers got a great night's sleep or got some adventurers so well rested. Some adventurers feel great today. So it's ambiguous as to whether it's nighttime and they got rest in the earlier day, or if it's daytime and they got rest in the earlier night. But whatever, they had some good sleep recently, and that's why they feel good. So yeah, so the lower points value one tends to be the more mundane ones too. So I'm kind of like I'm like not trying to think of like cool things necessarily that would happen. I'm trying to think of like the very everyday things. Like man, it's been a long time. So yeah, if anyone's curious, like what just happened, the huzzah, that's like what I'm working on right now. All right. It's been a long time since I've been on like a real legit adventure. So, well, in a very literal sense, it's been a long time since I've been on an adventure. But I guess like if I just think back to like the last time I did something cool, maybe it's not like there weren't dragons involved, and I wasn't like wielding a magic scepter or anything. But no, I take trips. Places and do stuff. So like, what was the last cool thing that um so yeah, some adventurers enjoy delicious I can spell delicious, yeah, cup of tea. Oh wait, I already did like food of some sort. Yeah, taste a spicy new dish for the first time. Oh, and they drink from a natural spring. Whatever, this is different. And hey, Neville Snarf, how's it going? Welcome. Again, it's just one cup of tea. So yeah, some adventures. So maybe it should be a pot of tea, and maybe it will be one. That's another way to get around uh, the plurality, or otherwise. Yeah, I know that's really boring. I was like, what is the most interesting thing I did the last time I went on a trip? And it was the tea. I had a nice cup of tea. I stopped for a cup of tea, and it was delightful. Um, uh, uh, so some adventures recount uh, some adventures recount tales of their past uh, expeditions. Uh, uh, yeah, that's fine. I don't want it to be too similar to the hear an epic tale of peril and glory, because like it feels good to tell a story too. Like you don't just learn from hearing stories; you also learn from telling stories. Um, and then, oh yeah, uh, so so some adventures bump into or yeah, whatever, bump into a group of uh, a group of their former travel companions. You can probably guess what the last thing I did was, considering what I'm writing based on that. Bump into a group of former travel companions. I can spell. Uh, uh, yeah, I went somewhere and visited people that I hadn't seen in a while. We didn't actually talk about expeditions, but we did chat about fun stuff. Um, yeah, I guess I could imply more interplay. Yeah, the game. So yeah, Nibblesnarf. The game is going pretty well. I think. I don't know. I'm at like a really weird place. Like a lot of the stuff that I'm working on these days is like glue. It's like I have like I haven't added in like a big. Well, no, I've been adding in like big new features and stuff, but I don't know. This week I made the game playable on Twitter, which is kind of fun. But um, yeah, I'm also I don't know. I'm at a place where like I don't want to make like major changes to the game per se, but like I still really like it, and I still enjoy working on it. So despite the fact that I was supposed to have started my next project back in the beginning of January, I for some reason I'm still on this one. um, it's one of those things where like, like I don't know. Oh, thank you. It's like every time I look at the game, like I think like, oh, I should make more of those, and I should add some of this, and like, it's little things, right? It's not like I don't like sit at the game and think like, what does it need? Like, and now I look at the game and I'm like, oh, I want to do this for it. I want to do this for it. Right. So, uh, this might be good for now. Yeah, I'm gonna call this okay. So now I'm just gonna add points values to these, and then call it a day, or not a day, but like call this a done thing, a thing that I've completed. So fondly remember friends and family, that'll be 3. Find a few shiny gold pieces, that can be like 5, I guess. Golden beam of oh yeah, it's not sunlight because you might not be in a place where there would be sun. There's these are never worth less than 3 points. So a gust of cool breeze blows gently, that's definitely a 3. Kindly assist a fellow traveler in need. That might be like more like a 7 or an 8. Make up a funny limerick, that can be a 4. Feel rested and great today, that can be a 4. Delicious pot of tea will be a 3. Count tales of past expeditions, that can be a 4. Bump into their former uh, a group of their former travel companions. That can be a 5. Yeah. All right. Save that. Good. So that'll just be a little more variety in those events. And that's like, I kind of want to do that as like a recurring, like an ongoing thing. I have a few things that like I know I should be adding more on some sort of basis, but I've been neglecting them. I guess because of like big features like Twitter and stuff. But yeah, so it's kind of nice to just be able to add things on like basis of need, or like not yeah, no, I don't know. I feel I literally feel like I put all the bricks together, and now I'm just like I'm putting that whatever that stuff is that holds bricks together. Good analogy, huh? All right. So I could write more big quests too. Although I just did that. What was it, yesterday? And maybe I should wait. So what else would I be doing? Caching karma levels. Yuck. I've never felt so conflicted about something as like, I really want to do this, but the only way available to me right now is so bad. Like, the amount that I want to do it is like really big, and the amount and cement. Thank you. So I really want to do it, but then like, oh man. The more I think about, like, every time I keep coming back to it because I really want to do it, and every time I come back to it, I think a little more about, okay, so if I'm going to do it this janky way, the way I have to do it, like this workaround, like how would I go about that? And it's just, it never ceases to impress me how much extra work I would have to do, and not even extra work, but just like how much of the wrong work I need to do in order to accommodate what I have to work with right now. So it's not going anywhere. It's going to stay at the top of this list, and maybe I'll hit like that critical mass where I just have to do it, where I literally can't not do it. Make secret panel fit in the margins. I might do this now, because oh yeah, how was I going to do this? I was talking about, oh yeah. So like my two major options are, like, currently I have my taskbar along the side of my monitor, and I could just move it to the bottom of the screen. Oops, that's gonna mess stuff up. Sorry. One moment while I put things back in order. I could live with a taskbar on the bottom of the screen. I think I would survive. Maybe the top of the screen would be better. Oops, and of course that messes stuff up again. Sorry. Yeah, top of the screen is better, but now it just occurs to me I'll probably want to move around my desktop a little bit, because now on stream there's going to be like the URL bar and stuff is going to be visible. Maybe I could learn to have a taskbar on the bottom of the screen. Maybe someday I'll get used to that. Alright, for now I'll assume like I'm going to do something along those lines. Whoops, sorry, so I can get rid of this stuff. Whoops. Usually I have this stuff off screen, and every time I move the taskbar, it slides back on screen. Because, like, apparently that's how that works. I don't know. So yeah, once again, I'm just going to move this over. And yeah, the secret panel here, right, we can see it peeking in. I'm just going to put this here for a second, sorry. We can see it peeking in on the edge of the screen. So the goal is basically just to do that with it. And so right now that means like just hiding half of it, right? Because it's supposed to look like that. But we only have like this much space to work with, so oh yeah. So this could be fun. I'm gonna have to take the script down and bring it back up a few times, just because the what is it? Sorry, just one sec. Yeah, in order to iterate on this, I'm gonna need to do that. Actually, no. You know what I could do is I can just put this in a different. I can put this in a different script, and that way I don't have to mess up the script that I'm working on right now. I can just go like what? because I don't have to bring over on any of the functional stuff. All I need to bring over is is like the literal, like the appearance of it in tkinter, which is basically all handled in like this block right here. So I'm just going to borrow this. So everything from panel down to pack. Copy this file, new Python file. I'll just call this tkinterface. Tkinterface. Put this here. What? Oh, shut up. That's the. Oh my gosh, PyCharm. PyCharm really just needs to shut up. Frankly. Oh yeah, but actually wait, these references won't actually. Oops, wrong button. These references are going to fail because I didn't bring over any of the functionality, so I'm just gonna cut these references real quick. Actually no, I'm gonna comment them out so that they're easier to put back in later. So fortunately, things that are at the end of the line, you can just comment out by inserting a pound, like a pound sign, and it's kind of convenient. So there are more. There's one up here. I hope that's not a mandatory field. The command field for a button. I mean, without it, the button should just do nothing, right? Makes sense to me. But then again, a lot of stuff makes sense to me that clearly did not make sense to whoever made tkinter. So, right, what's the last thing I need to do? It's like tkinter.main loop or something. Right now I do it on a separate thread. Main loop. Yeah, so panel.main loop. Alright. So panel.main loop. Right. Okay, so now this script should, when I run it, it should just make like a what? Oh, I have to import tkinter. Yes. That's an important thing. Import tkinter. Wait, tkinter. There we go. Is that? I think that's how I do it. And I think it's just tkinter, right? Oh, capital tkinter. I don't know if that matters, but whatever. There it is. Alright, now try running it. And so this should come up with like, when it works. So this is the fake secret panel. But now we have this as well. And alright, so I can just I can edit all this stuff, and I don't have to interrupt the script in order to do it. And then once we're done, hopefully we can merge it back into the other version. So width, so the text, I think this is like one of the big things that's defining the width of the thing. So instead of 50, let's try like 25. And then these buttons are width of 20, but let's instead try like a width of like just like, I don't know, just like 8 or something. And then I'm probably going to have to change the text on these buttons because they're going to be very narrow. Oh, I could just stack them vertically. No, it's going to make more sense to stack them vertically, actually. So I'll leave them at 20. And instead, I'll just, I'll say, column 0, there's only going to be column 0 anymore. We just won't stack things. I might try and stack these numbery doodly radio dials things. I might try and make, because they're so narrow. Like, they're just the numbers. So, like, I might try and stack the, I don't know, we'll see. Oh. And this script line at the top, like right now it's just one line. But I might want to convert this into another text box so that I just have 2 text boxes. Because once it's like incredibly narrow, like having it, that might be okay. Because like the things that we type in here are always very short. Like, you know, like bonus. Oh no, bonus I was thinking of moving to the other one. To the other text box. Although if this one's also a text box, then it's fine to have it here. Yeah, no, I'll leave it there and just make it a text box, I think is what I'll do. Alright. Oh yeah, so so the column is going to be 0 for all this stuff. I'll change the column span to 2, because I'll change it so that there are 2 columns so that I can line up the those number buttons, or the radio buttons. I can line them up conveniently. So all right, so pev command is no longer an entry, it's now a text. Entry is the single line text field, text is the multi-line text field, which will change some stuff because they get indexed differently, and the way like you access the text contents of them will be different now, but yeah, this is fine for now. Decanter button, execute with so yeah, so these buttons should now be on separate lines. So instead of column 2 and column span I wonder what column span 0 would do. No, this is supposed to be on row 2, right? Oh, so all the rows are moving down. They're just moving down one click though. Like everything up at the top is just moving down, just so that these two buttons can be stacked vertically, I think. I should increase the height of these buttons, because I used to have some of these buttons stacked vertically, and it's very easy to click the wrong one, considering how narrow they are. Everything, just for reference, everything on my screen is a lot smaller than you guys see it, because my screen is actually zoomed in for broadcast, just so that the text is more legible. So yeah, on my screen, it's actually, I use this ridiculously tiny mouse too, because I'm working on a laptop, and so this is my mouse. This is the size of my hand, and this is the size of my mouse. It's kind of. I think that I should probably get a nicer mouse. Like, this is my travel mouse, and I should probably get a nicer mouse to use like when I'm at my home. But so because of both of these factors, I should make the buttons a little wider, and it's just generally good usability, or better usability. All right, so let's say height equals. Oops, this is not supposed to go in the grid section. This is supposed to go in the yeah. So the buttons. Width of 20, height of equaling. So if that's 20, I guess the height should be at least like maybe 10, because we have a lot of vertical space to work with. Like the height of my actual screen that I have to work with is like it actually runs off in both directions. So like it's pretty big. A lot of space that I have to work with here. So I can be liberal with my usage of the vertical space. I only have to ration the horizontal space. So height equals 10, and I'll do this for basically all the buttons, especially now that they're all stacked. I wish it would stop. I really need to figure out how to make PyCharm like shut up about these things I don't care about. Like, what are you complaining about? Put at least 2 spaces before an inline comment. How about put two stop pestering me's about errors that are not errors and no one actually cares about before every time you would otherwise do so. I don't know. And like the spaces before and after equal signs, like bad advice, PyCharm. Bad advice. Yeah. All right. So, oh yeah, the columns, or the rows, because so this text has to go down to row 3. I'm just gonna change the rows and columns of all this stuff, because right now it goes like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a zigzag, and it's gonna do like it. I'm just gonna rotate the zigzag, so it'll go like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a big Z instead of like a big N. Instead of a big backwards N, it'll be a big Z. Yeah, it'll be like a correct direction Z. So how would that go? So it will move down to row 4 initially, and it'll move to column 0. Yes, and then the next one will be also row 4, column 1, row 5, column 0, row 5, column 1. Yes. Row 6, column 0. Row 6, column 1. Save that. Alright, so now I need to move all these other rows down a lot. A lot of lots. So for example, row 5, this is the next thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so the multi and the write-in things, I'll try and, I might need to crunch them down, like abbreviate the text on them, just to make them fit, but I'll do basically the same thing there, I think. So these are moving down to row 7. Row 7, column 1. And row 7, column 2. Yes. And so then the away mode. Oh, yeah. So away mode, actually, I'm going to reorder these buttons back to how they used to be. So create event will be first, and then delay events, and then activate away mode. So, yeah. Or Excelsior, as it's sometimes called. So Excelsior, then delay events, then away mode. Yes. And so it'll be rows 8, 9, and 10. 9 and 10, and it'll all be column 0, yes. Okay. Column span 2. Good. Oh, whoops, wait, no. This is not supposed to be column span 3 anymore. This is supposed to be column span 2. Column span 2 for the execute button? Sure. Column span 2 for the count button? Sure. Column span, only column span 2, not 3 for this. Alright, let's see what this looks like now. It's going to probably look a little bit different. Wow, look at how messed up that is. Well, it definitely got taller. Oh, I know why the buttons are so big. It's because the vertical height and the horizontal height are not on the same scale. So when I said to be height of 10, for some reason that like converts roughly to like 30 on the other scale or something. So yeah, so I did know that, but I hadn't been using height in a while, so I'd forgotten about it. So let's say height of 3 instead. Height of 3 for all these buttons. For one thing, I don't know why it's so wide. I don't know how it got wider than before. It might be partly because tkinter is kind of awful. Oh, or because I put these in the wrong columns. I mean, that might be some of it. Yeah, I used column 1 and 2 instead of column 0 and 1. Actually, I'm gonna put this one in column 1 and this one in, yeah. And put this one in column 0. I'm gonna reverse the order of these, because I never actually use write-in. At least so far, I never actually use write-in. Alright, let's see if that's any better. It's probably still not going to be better. How is it wider than the other one? How is it still... Oh, because I'm not okay, it's defaulting to some like standard width size for the for this text box up here, because it's a jerk, I guess. For lack of a better explanation. Alright, it actually... So the UI is actually slightly bigger than fits on the screen right now. So I need to bring down... Yeah, so for this, oh, no, it literally said width equals 70. Okay, so now I just have to change that to 25, I think, is what I did for the other text box. And, height, the height for this one doesn't even have to be 16. I'll just do height equals 10. See what that does. See how that looks. Hey, it's getting there. Alright, so the entire UI fits now in a smaller space, but for some reason oh, that's dumb. Alright, well that's not the worst thing. For some reason it thinks it needs to be bigger than it needs to be. Oh, maybe because these buttons and the multiple columns. I'll try saying oh, am I specifying the width? Oh, yeah, oh, woo. Yeah, that would explain it. I'm actually specifying the width here, which I don't think I want to do. I think just want to leave the width implied by like other factors. I don't know if that'll help. I hope it does. Save that. See what that did. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Nice and clean and sleek and good stuff. All right, and it I'm guessing that totally fits on the sidebar now. I'm guessing it's completely off camera, right? Yeah, look at that. I think I actually even have room to spare. Yeah, I actually have like I can make it wider. Instead of making it width of 25, I could probably make it a width of like at least 30. So why not? Width of 30. Width 30. And actually, I think those are the yeah. I'll just make everything width of 30. The buttons too. They can just run flush up against the edge. Oh, you know what I should do is I should define these values separately so I don't have to change them for like every single one every time I feel like changing them. All right, let's try that one. Wow. Well, apparently I missed a button, and even when they're the correct size, they still don't run flush up against the edge. But other than that, so I'm gonna call these. I don't know. Not it doesn't super matter, but I'm gonna call these like. No, they can say 30. Where's the one that I forgot? I forgot this one. Right. Yeah, that I'll just pretend that's fine. Oh, oops. Okay, and this one I forgot to do that one too. It's all just width of 30, even though the buttons are like weirdly small for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Who cares? Whatever. This should be good. Because now my secret panel can be secret again. For a while it was like secret-ish. It was like obscure but not really secret. So that's better. Oh, but now yeah. So once I put this back in, like I can put this back over into the other script, which I will do. Right, because it's all good. The multi button, these things, etc., etc. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was one of the other things I was thinking of working on today, which I guess I probably should have thought of sooner, possibly, potentially, maybe. I was thinking of making this. I don't know how seriously I'm thinking of it, but I was thinking of making this like usable to someone other than me. Because like anyone who's looking at the secret panel, if your gut reaction is like that thing is ugly and awful and like does not make any sense, then yeah, that's true. It's ugly and it's awful and it doesn't make any sense. Because I know how to use it, and so it doesn't have to make sense. It like the sense is all like I have the sense to use like to operate it. And wait, what? Oh, is this thing running like multiple times? Oh wow! That's weird. Every time I reran the tkinter script, it wasn't actually closing the previous script. So now I have like all these like iterated histories of like ugly UIs that I put together. Oh, but that's the real one, so I won't close that one. That works. As long as you can catch them creative, I think it's fine, right? Kittens are sturdy. uh, so all right, so I'll put back here everything from panel to pack, if I recall correctly. Wow, it looks like nothing changed basically because it was just numbers mostly. All right, but that should be better. And then yeah, so the thing I have to change now is how I interact with pev command, because pev command used to be a entry field, but now it's a text field. So let's go back and undo all of the changes that we made, because originally the things that reference pev command used to reference pev text and had been a text field. But so for example, we don't delete from 0 to whatever anymore. We delete from 1.0 to whatever, for whatever reason. So that's the big one. That might be the only one. It just, for whatever reason, on those text fields, tkinter indexes using floats. It not only does it index from 1 for no particular reason, but it indexes using floats instead of integers. Like craziness is what it indexes like. Other than for the entry fields, it does use integers, and so if you switch from a text field to an entry field, you have to switch all your integers. You have to switch from integer 0 to float 1.0, which is my favorite part. So much fun. Is that all of them? That might be all of them. Yeah. All right. Oh, but is there other? I think there might be. Wait, are there other differences though? Delete. Oh, the way we get text out of it, is that different? Yeah, because right. So now we have to. So now, wait. How do we do this? It's like it's not just get. It's like it's either get and we have to index it, or it's like a completely other command altogether. Yeah, it's get and we have to index it. All right, so that's not too hard. Yeah, the little things. The little things. All right, cool. Yeah, and then what? And then what? That might be all we need to really change to get that working. So let's I can get rid of that script now. Oh gosh, it's gonna weird me out for a while having the text bar or having the taskbar on the bottom. If you see me looking over and then down, it's because it's because of reflexes. All right, so I can probably get rid of this teak interface. Whatever. I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like vaguely entertaining an idea. Oh, what is it? Says there's an error somewhere. Where does it think there's an error? Here? Oh gosh, I wish it would. That's the other reason I wish it would shut up about the errors that don't matter, because it like has my entire sidebar filled up with like all this stuff that no one cares about, and like so there's an error in here, but like I highlight it and it's like, what? It's like, oh, okay, wait. So for one thing, yeah, I have all the commands on those buttons still commented out because they were commented out when I copied it over. So that's one thing I'll need to fix. But like, what is it trying to tell me about? It's trying to tell me there's an error. Oh, right here. What? What are you talking about? Error. What error? Oh, there's no comma? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I accidentally deleted a comma. That's what I was trying to tell me. Alright. Alright. Well, I figured it out eventually. But yeah, it'd be a lot more helpful if it just didn't. If it just didn't. Alright. So yeah, alright, so let's get rid of these comments. Or get uncomment these commands. And I think then we're good with that. Oh, so we can actually call it done in the backlog. So what was it? It was oh, make secret panel fit in the margins. Bammo. Not even present. I guess I should test it. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the script real quick. I'm confident. Well, okay, so I'll restart the script real quick. Just restart it. And what? Oh, whoa! There are all these like, wow, yeah, it opened up a close all. Yes, close all of them. Oh wait, I didn't mean to. Ravel. There we go. All right. Yeah, I didn't mean to kill the margin. So I'm just gonna test that the new panel works. Oh, something doesn't work. Oh, the growth list. Wait, what? Oh, I must have. Some of the data must have been malformed slightly in the growth list. So where was that game data growth? I forgot. No, wait. What is it? What is it complaining about? Looks good. 6% find a strange new type. 6% find a strange new type of insect. Oh yeah, no, I did forget one. Oh, I must have accidentally deleted one when I was. I thought it was going to be in the new stuff that I typed, but it was when I was like removing the old stuff. Whoops. All right, so rerun. All right, the game's back and not crashing again, and our panel is definitely smaller, fitting within the margins. So I'm just gonna try a few commands. So like crown binary. This will make me the GM. Hail Dauntless Leader Binry. And then, so let's say, go to snow. Wait, are we in the snow? Where are we? We are in the forest, so go to snow. Blammo, we're in the snow. Alright, so that seems legit. And I'm probably going to say that that's probably satisfactory. So I'm going to stop the script now. I'm going to let the script cool down so that when I start it again, it populates the character list correctly. And now I guess it's time to figure out what to do again. So like when I say like I literally am like very ambivalent about what I'm working on today, I mean that. So like if you guys have like specific requests, feel free. Like if you guys want to see art type stuff, like let me know. If you want to see like coding type stuff, like let me know. If you want to see me make up a whole new discipline of game development that's never existed before, the I don't know, like the Datamancer, or like the no, that one probably exists. There's probably at least one person in the world whose business card says Datamancer, or like I don't know. After Windows 8 or after a Windows reinstall, all your problems are gone, and your computer ran from last night until now with no lockers. That is fantastic to hear. That is what OS what operating system are you on now? Like did you say? You like used to be on like 8.1, or like you're now on 8.1. I forget. I think you meant. I feel like you mentioned 8.1 yesterday, but I forget. Art. Okay, art stuff. Good. I forget if I don't know if I actually expressed the entire thought, but like I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do this specific art task, but in the back of my mind, I've been thinking. It's gotten to the point like I've been like, it's been a long time since I did an environment. And so I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do one, but like I have that tingle in the back of my mind, like I could do another environment. I could add in the desert, or like the I don't even remember which ones I was thinking of doing. I think the desert was next. Yeah, because we found snowy deserts. Right, I remember. Right, so in our transitions.ping, we we have the forest, the mountain, the cave, the river, and the snow. And then so this first question marky thing over here, I still wasn't certain exactly what. Here, I'll actually open this for editing. And I'll set up my tablet. So 8.1 Pro, cool. Yeah, I'm on 8.1. So yeah, you know, it's an operating system. That's my review of it. Sorry, I'm just sliding everything around because I'm making room for my my tablet on my desk space, and so yeah, so okay, so we have this so these question marks here. I'm pretty sure they're the desert. I didn't add them in because like I don't know, and I'm still not even sure that it is the desert necessarily, but oh, I don't need OBS to be on screen. I can put this back over here and hide it again. Yeah, this, or, oh, yeah, this is the most awkward document to work in because it's like, oh, you know what I should do is I should, select all, and then deselect the white space, and then cut this, or copy it, whatever. Put on a new layer, paste it here, go to the background layer, select all, and just white out the background layer. So that way, I don't have to like, because like, if I felt like erasing something before, I would have to use like white paint to erase it instead of just using the eraser tool, and it was awkward, but whatever. All right, so yeah, so like right now, for example, wait, what? Why did the eraser tool make it look Oh, because I'm erasing from the wrong layer. I was like, what is happening? All right. So these question marks here, I wasn't sure what environment would go here, and I'm still not sure what environment will go here per se. But hypothetically, I think like the most likely candidate would be that this would be where the desert goes, which is kind of funny because the desert connects to the river and to snow. And like when you think deserts, you don't think snowy rivers, you don't think snow, and you don't think. But like I don't know, it's just like I looked online and like there, there's it can snow in deserts apparently, or maybe that's common knowledge. And uh, uh, huh, I if I'd known you liked Windows 8.1, I would have traded you mine for for like Windows 7 or something. This is the only thing I don't like about it. Does this I assume this shows up on camera. Like you guys can see my start menu when I open it. Um, I just like they went out of their way to add like this whole other screen when I'd really rather just keep my old task or like start menu or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand the motivation behind that one exactly, but whatever. All right, so the desert. Oh god, my handwriting on this tablet is so bad. In fairness, it's partly because my handwriting is bad, and it's partly because this tablet uh, and or software does not like to follow my actual brushstrokes sometimes. All right, so yeah, so that's one possibility. And then, did I have an idea for what for what would connect from the desert to the cave? I mean, I guess it could be anything really. It could be a beach. The beach could. Ooh, that'd be a good one. Maybe. Oh, but then I'd have to figure out how the beach tech works. So the beach would probably require new tech, because I want for the beach. Like right now I have for snow I have snowflakes that like fall on like a separate layer so that the background it parallaxes and the snowflakes whatever. For the beach I would want a layer that like shifts up and down so that there could be like so it could give the illusion of like waves like moving in and out a little bit. There might be a way that I could cheat it so that I could just use the current tech. But I don't know. I kind of want to do it the right way. Yeah, I kind of like the idea. So, yeah, I kind of like the idea of the beach connecting to the desert and the cave. Because, deserts are sandy and so are beaches. That was what made me think of it in the first place. But then, no, the beach connecting to the cave, I kind of like where giant rock structures like abut the beach because like the water will like erode it and like there'll be like these giant like rock overhangs and like these beach caves and I'd oh gosh now that I'm talking about it I'm remembering like what it takes to make this stuff. So although as has been said, I'll probably work on art tasks. It might not necessarily be environment tasks. What are the other art tasks that I have for the game right now? So I'm just gonna look at the graphics real quick. Oh, they're not running. I'll run the script. I should do that. Generally, I like it when the script is running. Um, so oh no, this is fun. Okay. Uh, um, Yeah, so yeah, if I was gonna work on other graphics, I could work on all those badges that I keep talking about. That might be a little quicker, or like a little not quicker, but like well, I guess quicker in the sense that it won't take me multiple days to to do those. Quicker, yeah, quicker wasn't the right word. What I meant is that's something that I can actually accomplish today. Um, I could do more character art. It never hurts to have extra character art. We don't need it yet, per se, but Lauren is always leveling. Always and forever leveling. Um, actually, I should have done this before we started the script. I, no, I'll worry about that later. I was just thinking about balancing. I was thinking of like tweaking the formula for like leveling and how how players advance through the game. I was thinking of adjusting that a little bit. Maybe I should, and maybe I should make more character art. Because I was thinking of bringing it down slightly. I was thinking of like the level thresholds are really far apart right now, and I was thinking of like bringing it down slightly. And if I did that, then I would want to make more character art, probably. I mean, so what I'd be doing in doing that is like making it so that like I couldn't, like I'd have to make character art more often because characters would be leveling faster. But I think I'm kind of okay with that. Like, yeah, character art is kind of a big undertaking, but I like it. It's something that I think really adds to the game. Like a new environment would be nice. Like, admittedly, like that would also be very nice. But like people don't feel like a personal attachment to their, like no one feels like they own the environment. Like no one's like, this snowy forest is mine. I feel a great sense of like attachment to it. I don't know. Last time I said that, that turned out to be a controversial statement. But so maybe I shouldn't diminish the importance of environment art. I just yeah. Oof, now I want to make more art of everything. I want to add more environments and more characters and more badges and more bonuses and maybe I'll start with something not outrageous. I'll start with something reasonable. Oh, I could like. Oh, actually, so yeah. So the next character art that I actually have to make is the next familiar, the next like pet for the ninja. Or it's not a ninja. I don't know why I keep saying ninja for the brigand character. So I'm gonna look at that real quick, just in case I feel inspired by it. So right now the brigand just has the turtle, because that's what that's what brigands have right now. And so yeah, so what'll happen next is like when a character gets to this level, the next upgrade is actually to get like a new pet, a new familiar. Their old pet goes to live back at their homestead. Right, so the turtle would go to live with the mouse and the bird. Is how that works. What would I so what would I want like as a familiar or as an animal friend? Actually, I won't delete that yet. I'll just hide it for now. So like this character, I could do the fox. I was thinking of fox, but the reason I didn't do fox before is because I had already done a mammal. I've only done mouse, bird, and turtle so far. So before I go back to mammal, I want to do like a little more diversity. But like what other... I might be ready to go back to mammal at this point, because like what other... Oh, a Liz... Oh no, I guess like turtles are reptile. Are turtles... I feel like turtles... They're at least more related to reptiles than mammals. I don't know, I'm not a zoologist, but I feel like... I don't know, are turtles reptiles? I'm now curious. Turtle... Oops. Turtle reptile? It auto-completed. Turtles are reptiles. Okay, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so I've done reptilian. So I've done... I don't know what the word for birds are. But I've done mammals, I've done birds, I've done reptiles. Birditarian, bird like avian maybe. Okay, I've done mammalian, avian, reptilian. I could do like an octopus. That would be diverse. And maybe I will do an octopus someday, but I don't think that's quite right now. I've done a land creature, I've done a flying creature, I've done a sea creature. So yeah, maybe it's fine to... Maybe I should do like a fox or something. Oh yeah, I should also... I mean, I don't have to, but it wouldn't hurt to think of like what the next character is, because the fox will also... Yeah, like it kind of goes like character set, familiar, character set, familiar. So like, you start out as like the adventurer, and then you get the mouse, and then you become an archer, and then you get the bird, and then you become the mystic, and then you get the turtle, and then you become the brigand, And so whatever animal comes next will also be like it's adjacent to the brigand because when you're the brigand you have that creature, but like when you become the new character class you'll keep that creature. So I mean if, like I guess yeah, there's not really a restriction on like who can have a fox, I guess, right? But I don't know. I wonder what like the next character art will be. It's like so yeah, so it's gone like archer, or it's like gone like adventurer, like just generic like adventure type to archer to mystic to brigand and then yeah, where to next? Um I I I feel like this brigand might need one more thing. I might add yeah, so before I go on I might actually oh shoot. Shoot. I was gonna say before I go on I might want to add one more piece to this to the brigand character, but what am I gonna how am I gonna do that? I was thinking I would add like a machete or something, but the hip. I was thinking of like I was thinking it would be something that you'd you know have like a belt because the other thing I wanted to add to the brigand that but I forgot about and I didn't add was the belt. So I was thinking it would be like the machete would be hanging from the belt, but like if the machete was hanging from the belt, you would and so like the adventure is forehand is free, right? They have the shield in the backhand. And so if they were going to hold the machete in the hand that's not holding the shield, it'd be on their hip, the side that they're holding the shield. But if I was gonna give them like a whatever those things are called, like you know, the sheath that attaches to your belt, it'd be more noticeable, it'd be more visible, it'd be more clearly visible on the other side. So that doesn't quite work. I could do like a strap it to the back sort of thing. And that would, but that, I mean, that's kind of like how I did the quiver. So, I wish it made more sense to have the to have the machete and the shield on opposite sides. Although it makes more sense to have it on the same side. I might just make it not make sense. I might just put it there and it doesn't make sense, and I'm fine with that. Possibly, that might be the outcome. But before I commit to that, maybe maybe I yeah, I was just like when I finished this character, I was just thinking to myself like I don't know, I just felt like it just wanted like a little there's like something else just like so yeah. I think that'll be the first thing that I do today, art-wise. How though? I could do like I could just be one of those jerk artists who disregards the fact that the character art doesn't completely make sense and just go with what's easier to draw rather than like what's like actually sensible or correct. Maybe. I'm gonna look up machete. What are those things that you? I don't even know what those things are called. Like, they're not holsters. uh, sheath, I guess. Like that's the only thing I really know. That's the only word I really know for those. Oh yeah. So okay. So shoulder and back seem to be popular ones, according to the suggested search results. Yeah, so maybe the machete should go on the back, because at least it would point over the correct shoulder. It would sheath. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was the correct word. I want to say scabbard for some reason, but I don't think that's right. How does the shoulder one work? Like because like the preview image. Oh yeah. Well, okay. So this seems to be the most common. like the just like the back version, at least according to these images. Which I guess makes sense because like you tend to like you tend to chop with you kind of do a downward chop with a machete maybe like if you're clearing out brush. Um, so yeah, so maybe I'll just do it on the back, and I'll wait for later to. I thought like yeah, I try not to repeat the same ideas too much. I try and come up with new ones, but that should be fine. It'll just be sticking out over the shoulder, and I can put on I can make the adventurer wear a belt. Like that's fine. That's also fine. He can wear a belt and he can have a machete. Although I guess it wouldn't really be clear that it's a machete. It'll probably look like a sword, but whatever. I mean, machetes are just like funny swords, kind of. Kind of. Alright, so this goes in the... Oh, wait, this would go in the back slot, though, which is where the mask goes. Whoops. Yeah, so I guess this technically goes on the same layer as the back, which is slightly awkward because it means that I have to draw... It needs to be on both layers because there are two... Like, the back has both of these layers. Because the mask tails animate. That's fine though. Oops. Because I can just draw it once and export it twice. I still have this funny feeling that like these ones are longer than these ones. I think they are. I think these mask tails are longer than these mask tails. I should probably change that. It used to be the other way around. Did it used to be that like the... Whoops. Did it used to be that the other ones were longer? I feel like... Because I remember adjusting it slightly, but I forget which one I changed. Either way, I should probably... I guess it's good that I'm redoing the back. Because... What the heck? Oh, yeah, I'm using the wrong tool. I feel like that would be closer to the same length. Yeah, this seems about right. So I should re-export those. Oh, which means I have to do extents again. That's fine. To get extents... I mean, I could really get extents just like this, because like these will get covered up by the torso all the time. But whatever, I'm gonna hide that. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, because the mask too. Actually, the mask is important. So, like the front part of the mask is important too. So, I'll yeah, whatever. I just hide a few pieces, like the face and the head, and that should be sufficient to get extents. All right. So, once more. Yeah, actually the dimensions probably aren't going to change now that I think about it, because like it didn't. Yeah, because of the mask piece, like it's not extending any further in any direction. Oops. Got one too many pixels on either dimension. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'm guessing these are probably the same dimensions, because I don't think nothing I moved actually exceeds this range, but let's double check. So back layer 3, copy that, file, open. Oh wait, actually only one of them changed. I forget if it was back layer 2 or layer 3. Let me double check. It's layer 2, wasn't it? Yeah, it was layer 2. Oops. Alright, so back layer 2, copy. Yeah, so it might just be that only this has to change. Open, projects, journey, equipment, back, mask, layer 2, yeah. So, yeah, alright, good. Save that. No other changes needed for now. And then we'll use this as the basis for the other stuff that we're doing. Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we don't need to see both of those tails at the same time. So, yeah, there we are. Oh, man. the the torso looks a little plain. Is the other reason I was thinking of like the belt and the scabbard. So yeah, the machete should probably have a strap that goes like across the torso. Is that gonna look weird though? Man, I really want the belt to work instead. Like it. Ah, but I would hate myself if I was one of those people who like made a belt holster that. Oh, sorry. A little while ago, you'd said that you like this character.